Hello friends of legends of 80s and 90s football. Today we travel back in time to the year 1981. The world's top national teams are preparing for Spain '82. In that context, England host Brazil at the Cathedral of Football, Wembley Stadium. The English are working hard to return to the World Cup after failing to qualify for Germany '74 and Argentina '78. For this match, manager Greenwood has chosen to line up young talents such as Bryan Robson, Ray Wilkins, Peter Barnes, and the experienced goalkeeper Clemence. It's a team in the making, but under pressure as the home side facing a powerful Brazil. The Brazilians were beginning their journey under the guidance of Telê Santana, the legendary coach and lover of jogo bonito. Brazil were promising a return to their roots and had top-class performers such as the great Sócrates, Éder, Tonino Cerezo, the full-back junior and one of the best players in the world at the time, the extraordinary Zico. Let's travel to London to that 12th of May, 1981. England and Brazil face to face.
Skill factor, but it's an England side that's been torn apart by injuries and withdrawals, and its captain is the goalkeeper. Nobody more popular, of course, than as for Brazil, this is just about their strongest side available. The bulk of them were in the team that narrowly lost in the recent Gold Cup final in Uruguay. Their outstanding men are Cerezo and Sócrates. So England, in a chain strip of red shirts and white shorts, get us away. They attack the goal to our end. Brazil. Indeed, 11 times these sides have met, and that is the only English victory. Brazil, in fact, have a better record against England than any other overseas country. Number 2 here is Éder. Sócrates to Rifts. Couldn't quite get to that one. Oscar was too fast for him. Sócrates now for Brazil, and straight at the New England captain. Physical challenge for Peter with in the air tonight, and gave with a little bit of that treatment himself there. Not doing it, getting in behind them, but not a lot of space by that corner flag, but nonetheless gets the ball in for Peter Barnes here. Now Barnes, will he take him on? Obstruction there inside the box by Oscar, and indirectly floating it there, but too far for With, and Sócrates. Neil outside him, the Coppel's cross coming towards Peter With. Explosion near the end of it to make it all worthwhile. Zico in possession now. It must be 8 or 9 passes, 10, 11 should we say. Making a lot of progress, but keeping possession, and certainly they've got a few people forward. Here's Sócrates. There's another pass this time for Zico, a little back heel for Sócrates, and Clemence. As far as their skill factor in this game is concerned, the Brazilians. There's Zico with a lovely ball to Isidoro, or rather to Zico, a goal! For a long time for the Brazilians, Éder's ball in, suddenly it flew nicely for Zico, beyond Ray Clemence, into the corner of the net. Trying to get a 1-2 going with Coppel, onside. In fact, it was Éder on this side, keeping McDermott onside, and England get a corner reasonably. The Brazilians, Zico moves the ball on again for Ronaldo to chase, and he might be Alvin Martin. Ronaldo going all the way. No, I think the whistle had gone. The whistle had gone, and Ronaldo will be denied. It was fouled by Alvin Martin. Ronaldo. Sócrates is in the wall. It might be left foot by Éder. It is, and it's a save. And so it's a corner for Brazil. Hurled in there, and the save catches. Zico trying to again get the pace of the Felix. Taken nicely on his chest. An interesting cross there, but Valdir clutching it out of the air. Yeah, behind Greenwood's men. It's a nice little flick in there by Rix to Sanson. And the shot there by McDermott. And that's the first little bit of trouble landing couple on the far side. And a good cross by him for Peter With. Oh, and Valdir was lucky there. Neil now to Wilkins. Played in again for McDermott. Hit well and saved well. On the break, coming towards half-time. And across the face of that Brazilian goal again. Zico. And the half-time whistle goes as Junior had made a tremendous run from the back. And Brazil go in leading by
An entertaining first half comes to an end. Brazil showed their jogo bonito early in the match. Pass after pass after pass. Zico's goal was a well-earned reward for their beautiful football. The English struggled with the South American style at first, but improved through a more direct, physical approach using long balls and crosses. They created several dangerous chances for goalkeeper Valdir Pires. Let's see how this memorable match continues.
Yes. Pardon? They are. So welcome back then at the start of this second half. With Brazil leading by a 0-0, that goal scored by Zico. And in point of fact, England playing the first 15 minutes as though they really felt they had no right to be on the pitch with the Brazilians, but then really warming to it towards half-time and getting in amongst them and making a few things happen. With jockeying for position there, it may not reach him, but Alvin Martin would come up and England got a corner. Barnes with that corner. Oscar didn't get to it. Edivaldo did. McDermott stabbing it in there, but the Brazilians back in numbers and get it clear there to Bryan on this right flank now, as he did for much of the first half, and letting a drive go, but Valdir just pushed away. When he's in that mood, he is a really dangerous international player, Peter Barnes, and that fell nicely onto his left foot, and Valdir really had to get down. The cross coming for Peter With on the far side. There's his header. Can McDermott turn it? No, he can for Rix, and it's over the top, but it was a good. Edivaldo. And the cross coming in, Alvin Martin has got to take command of it, and with Phil Neal to help him, and he's given it away to Éder, and now to Reinaldo, to Éder again into the side netting, and a goal that would have been a bit. Oh, Éder. Neal has committed himself. Éder! Oh, my word, what a shot that was! I don't think I've ever seen a ball swing quite as much as that. And once Phil Neal had committed himself, there, Éder just whacked it first time. And just look at it then. Clemence was lost and it clipped off the bar. He's covered, and here's Éder. Through the wall this time, and Clemence down. And here's Éder. Reinaldo waiting in the middle, that's a cross almost made for him, nodded down there. Oh. And Cerezo was there by almost Brazil. There. Made back for Éder. Cross is a good one. Reinaldo was there with a header, and Clemence went down to save. And a cross coming in towards Peter With. And the corner there to England. Ball played in there for Sócrates, and Robson going in there, and I think, to be honest, he made it look a lot worse than it was. Éder. There's his left foot coming into play, Ronaldo right in there, and Zico trying to make something of it, but there wasn't enough room for that, and Clemence was quickly spotting that danger. The England captain urging his men forward in one last bid to try and get something back from this game, and the ball finding Koppel here. There's its cross coming in, and it's not a bad one, and Valdier down once more as Reed closed it. Wide in this, space here for Koppel. Driven in there, and Valdier pushing it away. Neil now, crossing it in once more. Peter With is there, poised once more. And Sanson right in there, and With! Oh, and he's hit the post in the last moments of the game. Well, that was tough luck for England, who really battled superbly for so long after that embarrassing opening quarter of an hour when Brazil scored through Zico. The crowd encouraged them right to the end, sensing that this was a better England performance, and it was almost rewarded right at the end when Peter With hit the Brazilian break with the final score: England 0, Brazil 1.
England came out firing in the second half. With their power and cross-heavy play, they managed to gain the upper hand, especially early in the second period. But Brazil remained dangerous throughout, with Junior's overlapping runs and Éder's long-range efforts. It's been a balanced match with chances at both ends. But Brazil take a well-deserved and historic victory at Wembley. It's certainly a promising start for Telê Santana, who dreams of winning the 1982 World Cup with a classic Brazilian passing style. In this match, we've seen glimpses of that jogo bonito. But Brazil at Spain '82 will be a different story altogether. Did you know about this match? Which playing style do you identify with more? If you enjoyed this trip to the past, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and tell us which team or player you'd like us to revisit next time. See you in the next video.